Bring it closer to home now with some business news. Peter Switzer on a Monday morning. He is the founder of the Switzer Report, of course. A very excellent man joins us now. Peter, good to see you. So, budgets and blowouts, they're hurting the inflation fight, and they are cutting the chances of a rate early next year, rate cut early next year. It seems to be pushing out deeper into the year now, Pete.
Yeah, and Pete, when you think about it, this is the story around this morning, the budget blowout.
Yeah.
Is going to be around $60 billion. And I guess the only thing that the Albanese government could say about this is that this budget blowout has actually helped us not go into recession. And we're going to see national accounts on Wednesday, and they're likely to show that the September quarter was a 0.4% increase, annually 1.1%. But over in New Zealand, they're teetering on recession. Their last quarter was a negative 0.2. Then September quarter is going to be terrible because they've had 1% of interest rate cuts over September, October. And that's because their economy really is teetering on recession. Unemployment's at 4.8%. We're at 4.1%. So it's a complex story, but certainly Jim Chalmers cannot crow about being a responsible budgeter when it comes to deficits and surpluses, but I'm sure he's going to cling to the fact that our unemployment rate is 4.1%. But you're right, it has killed the chances of inflation coming into the core inflation, getting into the 2 to 3% band, and also the rate cuts. They've been pushed up to probably May.
Yeah. So what Chris Richardson? I mean, he's pretty knowledgeable, just as you are, Pete. But he's saying, in his comments today that some of the government's off-budget expenditure is looking increasingly dodgy. I mean, that's a pretty damning indictment or assessment of the Treasurer and the Albanese government, isn't it?
Yeah, and Treasurer have been trying this trick, quite some time, particularly when they feel as though they're in political trouble. Richardson is an ex-Treasury economist and also was the founder of Deloitte Access Economics. Really smart guy, and he doesn't usually come out and just criticise governments for the sake of doing it for political reasons. It's an economic observation which is pretty well respected.
Okay, big market moves of the week. What are they going to be?
Yeah, it was our national accounts on Wednesday for us, but the big one, of course, is the US jobs numbers on Friday. At the moment, the US is actually looking a little bit stronger than was expected. And some of these rate cuts, which have been driving the stock market up, along with Donald Trump, of course, could be becoming a little less certain. And if you're looking for a reason for a pullback, if that job number is really strong, the expectation of this December rate cut in the US could be put on hold, and that could spook the market a little bit. I'm not seeing any big pullbacks, but a pullback of some kind is overdue. The Yanks have really loved the arrival of Donald Trump, and it's probably been a big success.
All right, Peter Switzer, good to see you as always. We'll chat to you again soon.